Very good. And we're going to go live to Facebook
Lovely.
and we'll see how that goes. Yes,
Oh,
everything's
man.
working. Everything's
Yes.
working. Everything isn't frozen. There you go. Hello, everybody.
Tampa,
All
Atlanta.
right. Hi, guys. Okay. So let's see. I can see in the chat from the side here. So we got New Jersey,
Right.
Alabama,
New York,
South Carolina, Ohio, Maryland, Tampa, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia, NYC. Looks like
Houston,
someone's like where you're based right now. Are you, yeah,
Trinidad.
Houston,
Wow.
Detroit, Texas. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Arkansas. Here we go. Wyoming, I think. Or yep, there we
Michigan,
go.
Sacramento.
Missouri, Michigan, Sacramento, California, Texas. Wow. I think we have like every single state or almost
All
every single
over.
state represented because
Yeah.
they all want to
Even
go to
Trinidad.
Grenada. Yes. Oh, and Trinidad's there too. Welcome,
Yeah.
everybody. Washington State. Excellent. Welcome, everybody. We're so excited to have you guys here today. Some of you are experiencing a little colder weather than others, like Emil here and I. We are freezing our buns off with probably a lot of you guys as
Yeah.
well. So I think we just have to close our eyes and we all have to transport ourselves, and we are all going to go to the beautiful island of Grenada. What do you say? I think that's a good idea, right?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
can. Because the weather in New York is not nice. Yeah.
No, but Grenada, it's nice,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yes.
Did you happen to look at the weather today, like in Grenada? Do you do that? Like, do you wake up and you're like, okay, what is it today? Like, well, what am I doing here?
You know what? I know the season now, so I know that they're hardly getting rain.
Yeah,
So it's warm.
yeah.
And anything right now is better than New York's weather. Yeah,
There you go. Well, there's that.
yes.
Okay, well, I just want to officially, actually, I should probably introduce myself first. I am Kelly with Spoiled Agent. Hello, everybody. I'm the owner and founder of Spoiled Agent. And so I'm here today hosting the webinar, and I just want to thank you all for taking the time to be here. I know you guys are super duper busy booking dreams for your clients, making them all come true, like going to Grenada. And I also would love to give a warm welcome to Emil Edwards. He is the sales manager for the USA for Grenada in the US. And so he is your
Thank
go-to guy for everything. And that's like, whatever you need, you have a group, you need some help, you have clients that are like sitting on the fence and they just need that one more little thing to kind of help you seal the deal. Emil is here to help you in any way that he possibly can, right?
Absolutely. Happy to help, guys. I just saw somebody put that they're going to Grenada in October. Shoot me an
Oh,
email. I'm happy to put you on an island tour just so you can see and experience the island on behalf of Pure Grenada. Yeah.
nice. Okay. Is anybody else here on the call going to Grenada has a trip for themselves to go and experience Grenada? Oh, someone's going in 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. I have a
It's almost
feeling
like an
after
episode of Oprah. You get a tour. You get a tour.
everybody gets a tour. Okay,
Yeah,
guys, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna throw Emil's email address and all that stuff in the chat box, and then we'll send a follow-up email as well. So you just go log into spoiledagent.com, go to the Grenada tourist board page, and his email is there as well. So you're gonna know, and I'm sure he's gonna have it on the screen as well.
absolutely.
So I also, just because of course we really appreciate your valuable time. Anil's giving away a prize today on top of tours to anyone that's going to Grenada on maybe a vacation or a personal do-it-yourself fam. On top of that, if you would like to tell us about the prize today for those that stay on from the beginning to end.
Yeah. We are giving away a $50 Amazon voucher.
Nice, thank you. That's very
I would
kind of
send
you.
you guys rum and chocolate, but the rum may break in the mail. So if
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. But if
So
you guys
maybe.
are in New York, I'm happy to take you for a drink.
Oh, well, there you go, guys. Who's in New York? Let us know. Well, you know what? With the $50, we can buy the chocolates. Yeah, we can do it. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. So just quick housekeeping rules. And I'm going to hand it over to Emil to take over and showcase this beautiful island and all it has to offer. Um, so we have kind of two places. Obviously, you guys found the chat because there's a lot going on there. Thank you so much. I ask that you don't ask any. You can welcome to make comments. We definitely review those, and we see some of the things that are coming up, but sometimes we miss, questions and things like that in there. So for questions, if you guys don't mind, in the bottom Zoom panel, there's a little area that says Q&A. If you don't see it on your little form there, I think if you go into more, it's there. But just in the Q&A box, just say, type all your questions there. And then at the end of the presentation, when Emil's done, he'll bring me on. I'll ask your question and we'll answer it verbally, like out loud. I'll ask it, he'll say it, the answer. I just want to give a shout out to our agents on Facebook. Hello, Facebook advisors. Thank you for joining us. And just really quick, Zoom agents, you don't have to do this. And Zoom agents, if you're here in Zoom with us now, you don't have to do this because you've already given us all your information. But Facebook agents, if you guys want to be entered in to the $50 draw, and of course, share any information that comes up that you guys say, I want this, I want that. If you want that information shared with you as well, please put your email address in the comment area in Facebook only, and I'll make sure you get that information as well. Okay, but only Facebook. Okay, that's it. I've said way too much. They're here for you. They're not here for me. So I'll let you take it away from here, and you can bring me back for Q&A. Okay,
Lovely.
great. And I'm here if you need me.
Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah, we sure can.
Lovely. So, guys, I am Emil Edwards, and as mentioned, I'm the U.S. Sales Manager for the Grenada Tourism Authority. Um, we are Pure Grenada, and my little acronym for Pure means that we're peaceful, unadulterated, rejuvenating, and easygoing. Grenada isn't your typical Caribbean island. Everywhere has beaches and views, but I like to say we're more than a sea, sand, and sun destination. We are one uniquely authentic destination comprised of three islands. So that's Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We're also the Spice Island. And I like to say that not only are we big producers and exporters of spice? But the people have spice too in their character, their way of life. But I will dive in and show you a bit more about what makes Grenada one uniquely authentic destination. So first of all, we are a geotourism destination, which is why we have sites such like the Carinaes, that's a horseshoe shape. We have pristine black and white sand beaches. Not to mention that we're a destination for nature lovers and we're a safe community. Grenada is actually outside of the hurricane belt. I can count on my hands, I think, the last time we get a hurricane. You can't predict how these things go, but probably about every 25 to 30 years, we get a hurricane. And we are the home of chocolate. Grenada is one of the very few places that you can get a bean to bar process when it comes from chocolate, from it being produced, exported. But overall, one thing that makes Grenada different is that it's unspoiled. I don't want you coming to Grenada and feel like you're going to a next Caribbean island that just has simply just beaches and views. It's authentic and it's special, and that's what sets it apart from other Caribbean islands. That said, let's jump into everything. I have a small destination video here just to show you how gorgeous the island is. So I've probably seen that video 1,000 times, but I've fallen in love with it all over again. So just to let you know about mainland Grenada, as mentioned, we're outside of the hurricane belt. We are the southernmost windward island. Um, Now we have a population of 113,000 people. I like to say that that population used to be 110 pre-COVID, but post-COVID is now 113. Because at the end of the day, we are 11 romance destinations. So it's either you come to Grenada with your partner and fall more deeply in love, or you come and find a partner. And the official language is English, so no need to get a translator. Carriacou, however, is that sister island of Grenada. 20-minute plane ride, hour and a half by ferry. people don't know this, but Carriacou, the name Carriacou actually means the Isle of Reefs. And Carriacou is actually an island that's rich in history and culture and is actually a Grenadine island. So that's why Grenada is considered the gateway to the Grenadines. So if any of you have seen that show Below Deck, we had our episode came out in 2024 on February 5th. And Carriacou actually has their own carnival coming up. So Grenada is actually one of the very few places that has two carnivals. And you say that anything in Caracas off the beaten path. Now, getting there, I always advise everybody to take the ferry because that way you get to see the dolphins jumping across. And they still have things such as boat building from your Scottish ancestors that are happening. And people don't know this, but Caracas actually was featured in a scene in Pirates of the Caribbean because it was just off of the Grenadines. Petite Martinique is that small sister island, stone's throw away from Carriacou. Um, Population of 1,000 people, you know. Fishing is a big part of their culture, and they do boat building and regattas. One thing that's unique about Carriacou and Petite Martinique is that when they launch boats, you know, when people usually launch mega yachts, they break champagne. Well, in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, they break rum on the side of the boats. That's just to let you know. But how do you get to Grenada? So I know all of you are all the agents on the call are all over. So with JetBlues, we have daily nonstop service from JFK. And for the summer, we're going to add a double daily. Of course, we have Spice Mass, which I'll get in a little later on in the presentation, which is Grenada's Carnival. We have American that flies daily as well, and we are adding some additional capacity out of Miami for Spice Mass as well because everybody wants to party. And we have a seasonal one Saturday service with American out of Charlotte. And as of December 20th, Delta now flies to Grenada. Now, as of February, it goes to 5 flights a week until April 13th. So they don't fly during the middle of the week. So that's why it's 5 flights a week. And then from April to winter, it's going to be one Saturday only. And that's some new connectivity there. So for any of you agents in the South that has Grenadians that have people going to Grenada, it's some good connectivity as well. Um, People always ask what makes Grenada the perfect Caribbean destination. What doesn't make Grenada the perfect Caribbean destination? You know, um, we have yearly festivals. We have a large network of trails for nature lovers. I know this is an uh, webinar focused on adventure. You can snorkel the world's first underwater sculpture park. Grenada is actually the wreck capital of the Caribbean, means where we have the most naturally sunken wrecks in the entire region. People like to say they're a diver. I'm a snorkeler, you know? And we have amazing culinary experiences. Um, so there's just so much to do. So I will show you guys. So everybody always asks what's the best time to come on island. Now, these are just some of our main festivals that we have. So the next big thing we have on our list is our chocolate festival. It's actually called a chocolate and rum festival. And this year we'll be celebrating our 13th edition. And of course, we have Spice Mass, which is Grenada's Carnival, my favorite. And that's always the second week of August. And I like to say that rum season opens from the 1st of May, because that's when Carnival launches, to the end of August. So it's not to be missed. And because we're big on sustainability as well, we have a dive and conservation festival, and that'll always be at the end of October. We used to have a dive week and a conservation event, so they'll marry those two into dive and conservation week. And kayak mass is around the corner. And one thing we had that was new, we had a lobster and lamby festival. Just for those of you who don't know, lamby is actually conch. So that was new. Grenada is a big seafood destination. I'm allergic to lobster, unfortunately, but I will take my EpiPen and gladly go to one of those festivals. And then we had some sailing regattas, you know? But this is why we're really the perfect destination for nature lovers because, I tell people that when you get to Grenada, take off your shoes and feel the grass under your foot, whether you want to go on the ATV excursions with Sun Hunters, or you can go on an open back Jeep tour. One experience we have that's new is that you can do a helicopter tour with Dowden Aviation. Um, it's not to be missed. And Grenada is 133 square miles. So it's definitely something that you can see in a half hour, And Dowden Aviation actually offers a service where you can go from Grenada over to the sister island as a tour. So this is why we really pure Grenada as well, you know? You can go to the springs and drink from the sulfur spring. So this is in the Poland spring water that you get in the supermarket, or this is in the water that you get in Tesco or Costco, you know? You can actually go to the springs and drink from the actual spring water. You can go to Granatang. We have these Mona monkeys. They're tame, but when it comes, they're tamed. They're wild, sorry, but when it comes to food, I believe they're tamed. You put a mango or banana in your hand, and it makes a perfect Instagram moment when the monkey runs up on your shoulder. Granted that you pay one price and your shirts actually stinks of monkey. But you can go hiking, and for those of you who don't want a rough terrain hike, you can go hashing. I think my favorite hikes are whether you go to like Mount Kwakwa or Golden Falls, which I'll get into a little later on. Yeah. And we also have like Granatang Lake in our top right corner. So Granatang Lake is actually a dormant volcano. Yeah. It's said that it doesn't have any bottom, but you know, I think that's just an old people tale. Um, Right. So Grenada has over 50 waterfalls. So these are just some of my favorite. Now, Annandale Waterfall has a bar next to it called Wild Orchid. Seven Sisters Waterfall is actually seven pockets of waterfall. But my ultimate favorite is Rainbow Falls and Golden Falls. There's so much to choose from, but these are just my favorite. So Golden Falls is actually a little hike to get to. But it's golden sulfuric soil. So this is why we're pure Grenada as well. And this speaks to the rejuvenating aspect as well. And when you get there, when you finish hike, you literally just lay in the water and it's warm, you know? Um, but what sets us apart from other Caribbean destinations? So Grenada actually has the world's first underwater sculpture park. And not only are these sculptures an attraction, that you can snorkel and dive. Speaking to all the snorkelers, because I'm a snorkeler, they also develop as part of our coral restoration projects as well. So it's part of our sustainability efforts, you know. So they formed artificial reefs in sandy, desolate areas. Um, and we have the world's first. There are many now, but we have the world's first. And the year before, we added 31 new statues. So we added what you call a choral carnival. And these are all elements in our carnival product, which is Spice Mass, which is around the corner. You have like the Jab Jab, the Short Knee, the Veco. Amazing experience. You know, everywhere around the Caribbean has their carnival, but I can tell you, Spice Mass comes second to none. It's a different product altogether. In Carriacou, we actually launched a new sculptor park. It's called A World Adrift. Mind you, all these sculptures, whether it's Grenada or Carriacou, they're all sculpted in the likeness of the people from Grenada. So these sculptures in Carriacou that were recently installed were all sculpted from the children of Carriacou and the 30 origami-like boats, and it's just off a Jacqueline in Carriacou. And you can snorkel this as well. But this really sets us apart when I say we're more than a sea, sand, and sun destination. So you can go to the sulfur springs. You can go to we have two. We have the Clemeny Sulfur Spring. Then we call it a boiling spring, but I don't like to use the term boiling because I don't want you to think your skin boils off. So it's a hot spring, you know, it's a natural hot tub. And then we have the River Sally Sulfur Spring. Now, keep in mind that as rejuvenating as sulfur is, it's not the best smelling thing, you know. So I always tell people just to manage expectation, but it's super good for your skin. And then like we have Welcome Stone. I always advise people to visit Welcome Stone. So just to tell you how close these islands are in terms of proximity, on a clear day from Welcome Stone, you can actually see St. Vincent peeking through the clouds, you know? So that's just to let you know how close these islands are in terms of proximity. But for my real water lovers and those who love a little bit of adventure, some things we have that's new is that we have like the Grenada Jet Car rental, and they operate on Grandlands Beach, and they are zoned so Grandlands Beach is still safe for everybody. And this is new. And one thing that's super new, and they launched last week, is you can do a go boat adventures. I myself love a little water sports, whether that's a jet ski or whether that's a jet car. So it's right up my alley. And these are all bookable and they're all online as well. No, Grenada is actually the world's first culinary capital. That being said, we have five chocolate factories and six rum distilleries. This is the reason why we have a rum and chocolate festival. You know, I think when it comes to the culinary profile, it's a combination of two things, you know, it's real authentic street food and fine dining. I mean, we have the world of fine dining, but I love to combine that with some authentic street food so you can really feel the essence and how pure the island is in terms of the flavor profile. But when it comes to chocolate, these are just some of the things that you can do because we have so much chocolate factories. Whether you go on a tour and tasting at Belmont Estate, or whether you go to Trident Chocolate Factory and make a chocolate bar. There I am in the top right-hand corner making a bar. Um, I probably added like nutmeg and cinnamon and almonds and marshmallows. I probably would have added coconut if they had, you know. Or you can go to like the Tower Estate and do a culinary safari tour with Chef Belinda Bishop. So that's different in that she brings you to the garden and you pick out what you want from that garden. And she teaches you how to make that in a Grenadian way. So actually last week on February 7th, we celebrated Grenada's independence, 52 years. So Grenada's national dish is actually oil dung. So everybody had oil dung. Actually, I'm gonna have one tomorrow as well. So that's just to let you know. And oil dung is just like a hearty stew cooked up with meat, with breadfruit, with callaloo, and that's steamed dung with like coconut milk and like saffron. And then of course everybody has different dietary requirements. So we have like Chef Joachim, you know, and he's a vegan chef. Actually, one thing that they just launched, I don't have it on here because this is adventure, but it falls under two things. You can do an eco spa, so he does a waterfall side cook, and you have from Omi Grenada, and they do like sung bowls next to the waterfall. So it's super immersive, super authentic as well. One thing I had to show you guys is that Grenada actually has the world's first underwater wedding chapel. Sorry, the Caribbean. I'm correcting myself. Yes, you can get married under the water. Some people want to say their vows in different ways, which is unique, you know. So you literally print your vows on a plaque, and there is a chapel under the water, with a bench, and you can let your audience attend. But you have to be, I would think you have to be PADI certified if you're under the water for a little while. It's not something you can snorkel and you have to surface back up for air. Yeah. But just to let you know how unique the hotel product is in Grenada, because we have such a mixed bag. I think that what makes Grenada ideal is that we have a lot of boutique properties. And whether you have like Kia Calabash Resort and they just won 2 Michelin keys, and that's owned by the Garbett family. Um, and when you go on a resort, you'll see the owners. You see Adele, she may actually have lunch or dinner with you or your clients, you know. You go to Silver Sands. So we have Silver Sands Beach House and we have Silver Sands Grand Dance. And Silver Sands Grand Dance actually has the longest pool in the Caribbean. That's Kisses Grand Dance Beach. Um, Sleek properties, nestled in the Caribbean. If you want something more intimate, you have like 473 Boutique, you know. And if you want to go to Spice Island, the name embodies what it is. My favorite room categories at Spice is actually the Sea Grape Suites. And Spice is special because when you go to the Sea Grape Suites, they actually have hammocks on the beaches themselves outside of the room. So literally there are sea grapes above everything. So you stretch up your hand and you just pull a sea grape. So I understand why it's called the sea grape soup, or whether you want to go to La Luna, which is much more, you know, boutique style and rustic, and they have the best sungdungness. They say that the afternoon sunsets hit different from La Luna, or whether you want to go to Mount Cinnamon, you know, you may see the owner Barry playing tennis there in the morning, or he may work out with you, or whether you want to get a cinnamon sweet and you wake up and you see Grandad's Beach out the window. And all of these hotels are actually nestled on, you know, on beaches that are perfect and ideal. Um, Now, just to tell you some more about these hotels, I want to tell you what's new. So, what we have new in Grenada is that we have the Intercontinental. Actually, it was supposed to be coming up early 2026, but you know, we're in Caribbean time. So I will be realistic and say late 2026. And one hotel we had that's new that opened last year, we have the Caribbean's first Six Senses. And if you know the Six Senses brand, it's a brand that's big on sustainability and luxury. And you know, they embody what they they embody what the message creates. So they have their own farms, they do a farm to fork experience, and the pictures don't do the properties justice, guys. So that's why you have to come to Grenada and you have to send people. Um, that said, this is the end of my presentation. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. And if you guys are ever coming on island, I'm happy to put you on a personal island tour on behalf of Pure Grenada so you can see and experience the island. Yeah, I will stop sharing my screen. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I'm going to post my email in the chat. Hey, Kelly. I think Kelly stepped away for a second. Um, it is it is ideal to visit Carriacou in one day. Absolutely. I always advise doing a day trip, but you won't get enough out of the island. But you can do a day trip, you can island hop, and you can come back in the afternoon. Yeah. Kelly, are you with us?
I am sorry.
No,
Excuse
no, it's okay.
me.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm here. I'm
It's okay.
here. Everybody
Yeah.
good? That was
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. We do have some questions, and
Yeah.
the chat box is going crazy. And I know it's hard when you're presenting and to kind of see everything that's going on. So I just want to let you know I'm going to share the chat box with you so you can read over it later because
I know
it's
somebody
some
asked
really
me to put
great
the
comments.
flight
Yeah.
information on the screen again. Uh,
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. And we can send all that as well.
yes.
Okay. All right. So let's start with our first question. So if you do have any questions, if you could throw it in the Q&A box, that would be great. I'll have a quick peek at the chat box to see if I can find anything that's in there. But if you did put something in the chat box and you want us to answer a question, please throw it in the Q&A. And then Facebook advisors, I'm going to check there as well. Okay. So Nicole was wondering, is it possible to visit Karaku in one day, or is an overnight stay required?
It's possible to visit in one day, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, However, if you want to do an overnight stay, you can. Caracal is such an amazing place, man. Um, it's literally crystal clear waters. I love it. So when you go to Caracal, I do a tour with like they call it a Lambi Queen tours. You go to Sandy Island, White Island, Celine Island, and when you go Celine Island, you dive for the turtles. Then after you do lunch at Tim's, you have the most amazing seafood. I had the most amazing mahi mahi I've ever had in my life. And I'm not
Wow.
just saying that because I'm a tourist board, but
Yeah.
Caracu's seafood is unmatched. So much that they have a seafood festival. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
get
And now,
steak and chicken and everything if you're not a seafood fan. Yeah.
perfect. And what about getting there? Like it's obviously by boat, right?
No, by boat and plane. So there's
And
a seven-seater plane with SVG Air, and they go daily, I believe. I know they rotate the schedule sometimes, and then the ferry goes there every day. It's called Osprey. Yeah.
okay, great. And how like what's the time? Like we just or
20-minute plane ride, 20-minute plane ride, small plane, hour and a half by boat. I would say
okay,
2 hours, give or take.
two
Yeah.
hours. Okay. Full, so it's a full day, but worth every single minute for like the best seafood lunch that you're ever going to have in your entire life, right?
Absolutely, for a fraction of the cost. I could tell you
All
that.
right. Oh, well, there you go. All right, that's perfect. Well, thank you for that. Do you have submarine tours for the underwater
We
sculpture
don't
part?
have submarine tours, but there are many dive operators on island, whether that's Eco Dive, you'll see Christine Finley there. Whether you go to Aquanauts Grenada, you'll see Tom and Tiffany there, and they'll definitely take care of you. Whether you go with like Ocean Spirits or whether you go with Dive Grenada, yeah, there are many
Yeah.
dive operators, but we don't have submarines on islands, unfortunately.
Is it too deep to snorkel? Like, is it like to see or like it has or
No, it's only 5 meters. I
oh,
I
okay.
snorkel it. Yeah.
Did you?
I've
Yeah. And
yeah.
And it was good, and you could see everything and experience it and everything. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
You
okay,
just have to take into account that the calmer the water is, the better you have visibility. Yeah.
of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it safe for clients to go off property for dinner, etc.?
Oh, absolutely. I urge people to go off property. Just some favorite restaurants for you guys. Whether So all the hotels have good restaurants.
Right.
However, like if you want to go to like the Aquarium Beach restaurant, is good for dinner there because there's like a barbecue, so they have like a live band. On
Nice.
Wednesday, Dodgy Dock restaurant has street food Wednesdays. I urge people to go there. You can go, and if you want a nice lunch and you want something super local, you can go to like Umbrella's Beach Bar, have some of the best rum punches. And if you go there, you
Ooh.
have to get the grilled mahi mahi with some. I'm telling you guys my favorite now. They're
Okay,
called
there you go. Write this down, guys.
Caracu Love Bites. Yeah. And if you
Baracoon
go there,
love
the owner
bites.
is Caracu Love Bites. So they call them Caracu Love Bites. And they give like a white garlic sauce. If you go there, the owner is Scott, or if you go to Esther's Beach Bar at the Craft and Spice Market, go there and get a planter sponge. Would change your
Okay.
life.
My
Yeah.
goodness. Okay. I don't know. I think we better yeah, there you go. Love my. There you go. I think you sold a lot of people.
Yeah.
So going off property, and going out for lunch and dinner and mahi mahis and the best swordfish you've ever had in your entire life. How would you say, like, is it expensive compared to say US standards? What do you think? Or is it
No, it's cheap. I think actually what you would pay for a nice lunch or dinner would be a fraction of what you would pay here. So I
right?
can tell you like if you go to Tim's if you go to like Tim's in Carriacou, let's say a lobster would cost you probably like 40 US, if all that. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially these
Um,
these days.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. For adventurous clients, do you recommend renting a car or using rideshare apps? What's your suggestion?
I would say both. If you're drinking, get a
Rideshare
taxi.
or
Um,
taxi. Yeah.
and I know people are going to think, yeah, they could probably have like one beer, one drink. No, the rum the rum
Strong.
would definitely do something to clients. You really want to experience the island and you really want to explore. I tell people go to the sculpture park, but sometimes they're often tired to drive after, so just take that into consideration. If
Yeah.
you definitely want to go to the northern part of the island, definitely get a taxi.
Okay.
You
That's
can stop at
fair.
every single bar and rum shop on the way down around the coast. That's how you really see the island. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when you're driving, that's one thing. You're kind of focused on driving and everything else. Like, it's just kind of nice to sit back, right? And relax.
Yeah.
Just remind them. So you're on holiday. You just want to relax and take it
Yeah.
easy. So
And
yeah, there you go.
just to manage expectations, Grenada does not have the widest roads. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
something else to think about. Good,
Yeah.
good, good, good. Okay. What's the legal drinking age in Grenada?
It's 21 legally on record.
Okay.
We have to say 21 on the call, guys, but
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, Someone just asked for your email address. So just so you guys know, I threw it in the chat box in Zoom here. So it's there. And also in Facebook, it's listed there just a little bit above. And I'll send it again to you guys when we do the follow-up email, when we do the draw. And I think we're going to do that. We're going to call the winner on Friday and then we'll send the follow-up email as well. But you should all have it. Okay, skill testing question. You ready? Ready?
Yes.
How many all-inclusive resorts are there on the island? And I need the
There's
music. Do 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 do.
yeah. There are four. Spice Island, Royalton, Sandals. Um well, if you want, you can get the option. Monk Cinnamon will give you an all-inclusive package as well
Okay.
as Calabash. Um as well as Silver Sands. They will give you an all-inclusive package if you do reach out to them. Yeah?
Right. So the tour operators, it sounds like, have them strictly as an EP plan or maybe BP.
Yeah.
And they don't offer the all-inclusive, or maybe I guess maybe they do. I guess it just all
They
depends.
would they would based on request, but
Okay,
definitely there are three hardcore all-inclusives, and that is Royalton, Spice Island, and Sandals. Yeah.
right. Okay, there you go. This is awesome. Can't wait to visit. Okay, so I just have a question. I just want to know how many Grenada specialists, experts do we have on the call here? Do we have any great Grenada specialists? If you can just let us know in the chat. I'm just going to have a really super duper quick peek. There was a question here. Oh, looks like Cynthia saying perfect timing for my new Grenada booking. Okay, Cynthia, make sure you record that booking in the Grenada Expert program, right? We have to record our bookings, um, and then you guys have some fun draws and invites to FAMs and all kind of stuff like that. Okay,
Yes.
Gina wants to know, how do you get specialized? Okay, perfect. I'm
You
planning on
go,
doing. Okay,
yeah.
you go.
No, you go on the Pyramid Expert program and you signed up. Yeah.
Yes, so that
And
is
guys,
the
just to let you know, when you start to log bookings, you actually the agent, the travel advisor with the most bookings actually gets the opportunity to win an all-inclusive paid vacation for two, inclusive of flights, accommodation, everything. So, hey, by
so
all means, let the work speak for itself, you know?
so it's worth so how does it go? So do we I just actually put in the chat box there, and I'm gonna throw it here we go. I'm gonna throw it in Facebook as well because I love my Facebook agents. Let me just throw it in there as well. There's the direct link. Okay, so if I understand correctly, we go to expert.grenada.com to take the expert pro, like we take the specialist program. Now, if we haven't taken the specialist program, can we still record our bookings, or you have to be a specialist to record our booking, kind of to unlock that portion to record our bookings to be entered into various
Yeah.
prizes and all the
You have
benefits?
you have to be a specialist and then you have to record your bookings. That's the way it reads the data, if I'm honest with you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, so everybody here, if you there's a lot of you guys going to Grenada and have clients going to Grenada. I can just see that in the chat here. Um, so make sure that you guys take the time when you have a moment. I know you guys are busy, but if you squeeze that in, make sure you become an expert, and then make sure you're recording your bookings so you can reap the rewards, as we like to say, right? Okay,
Yes, Gina,
good.
you can record past bookings. Not too late down on the line though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like don't throw anything in there from like 2003 or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Susan's a specialist. Great. We have some specialists on the line too. Well, this is amazing. I think that's all of yes, questions, and I checked here. So hey Geo mentioned when Spice, do you have resources for outfits? Does that make sense?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh,
The
sorry, I was probably
connection.
not talking into the mic. So it's a Facebook question. When Spice, do you have resources for outfits?
When Spice, what is it the other reference to Spice Mass or Spice
Yeah,
Island?
it must be maybe some type of event. Uh,
Yeah, so Spice Mass. I have I have the bands. I can connect you with the bands if you want the different bands. If she wants to get a costume, I think they'll be launching soon. So yeah, I'm there are different bands like there's Oro, there is Vibes Mass, there's Lavish. I would put those three IEA bands to play with if you want to play
okay.
Spice
All right.
Mass.
Well, there you go. Awesome. Okay, that's perfect. Um,
Lewis.
well, I think that's it. That's it. Well,
Lewis, I believe Sandals has a pickleball court. They've recently launched a pickleball competition.
wow, that's exciting. So, yes, such a hot thing. Yeah, there we go. And you didn't talk much about Petite Martinique.
So
Do we
Petite
have a
Martinique
minute?
is small, just like the name says, petite. Population of 1,000 people is actually one road that stretches through the entire island. There is not much attraction on Petite Martinique, but the beach is amazing. So it's actually a 5 minute boat ride from Carriacou. Actually, you can see it in the distance. If you go on an island tour, like if you go to Carriacou and you do island hopping, they will stop there. You get a drink there and you go on to the next island. Yeah.
So there you go. You can see I had a drink there. I had a drink
Yeah,
in Petit
absolutely.
Martinique.
And
There
there's a
you
big
go.
sign, Petite Martinique. They're all blocked letters, long sign, probably like 20, 25 feet long that you can't take a picture with. Yeah.
Right. And what about FAMs? Any FAMs coming up? Do you have to be
We
a specialist to get on the FAMs?
Yes and no. We
It
do have
helps, right?
farms, but yeah, we do have farms coming up. So I will keep you in mind, but we're planning for the year ahead. Cheryl. So yeah.
Yeah. So how do we kind of get on your radar? Should they send you an email saying, "Hey, I haven't been in 20 years and I sell it, but I really need to go so I can, get a better grasp and sell it better." Is that something um is that
Yes,
something
please.
does that make sense? Like can they just email you or is there
They can email me. I know
okay,
Jody asked about travel agent rates. Jody, if you want a property, I'm happy to connect you with the US reps at the property and they can give you good travel agent rates. Yeah.
right. Yeah. Awesome. Perfect. I know the Royalton is working with us here in Spoiled Age in the US, and I know they have some agent rates posted
Yeah.
as well, of course. Yeah. And then Sandals has them, et cetera, et cetera. But that's great. Okay. What's the average age group going to Grenada? That's from Charlotte.
It's a mixed bag, you know. We have some. I like to say we have older silver travelers, and then we have a lot of families that are going because we're a big adventure destination. Then you have a lot of younger demographic of people are going. You know, people want to party. So Grenada, the alcohol is strong, and the island is vibey. You know,
It's that rum
and it's
punch, that crazy
affordable.
rum
So.
punch.
Yeah. So you do have a younger demographic of audience that's going on well. So it's a mixed bag, I like to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. And someone was asking, what's the Facebook page? Could you throw that in the chat for me?
It
Do you
is
actually number one, do you have a an agent
actually I
Facebook?
have actually I have a slide with all
Okay,
our social handles for you guys to
thank
see.
you. And is it a dedicated advisor or is it a just like an open, kind of for everybody Facebook? Where are we?
It's everybody
Grenada.
Facebook.
It's in everybody Facebook. You do not have a targeted agent Facebook, correct?
No, we don't.
No, that's okay. We have you. We can email you.
Mhm.
Um, all right, no,
Yeah.
that's great. And I guess, yeah, if you're really big on social media, and I guess maybe if you're looking for images and videos or content, um, what are you suggesting? Grab the content from your social platforms, or is
Yeah.
there?
If
Yeah,
you want anything that's not there, I'm happy to send you guys to a link to our image gallery.
okay,
We do have like a agent a smug pug. You call it a smug pug link that has imagery and so forth. So if you want to promote on your end. Yeah.
perfect. Okay, great. Well,
Vanessa is
that's
going in
awesome.
April. Vanessa, shoot me an email and let me know your dates. And any of you that are going in April that are going to Grenada this year as well, shoot me an email as well because I know I saw some earlier people in the chats that are
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think there's actually quite a few that are coming down to visit your beautiful home. So there you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up. I just want to thank everyone for your valuable time. We appreciate it. Good luck. Someone's going to be the winner of the $50 gift card. And all you advisors going to Grenada, make sure you um, email Emil and he can set you up with something special when you're there. And if you haven't gone, like you better go. Again, talk to Emil and he'll hook you up with some travel advisor rates and all that good stuff. And everybody, please become a specialist. And then make sure you're recording those bookings. I know it's a lot, but it's worthwhile. It really is. If you could take the time and do that. Sound good? How
Lovely.
about I'll let
I will send an email with the imagery as well to you, Kelly, so you can send it out. Yeah.
perfect, perfect. We'll include that. And I'm also going to include the calendar and a few other bits and pieces when we announce the winner and we let everybody know. Good. All
Lovely.
right. Well, thank you
Bye,
all.
guys.
All
Kelly,
right.
thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Bye bye.
Bye.